Hey, Mike with Mike's Bags, and today I am reviewing the F8tal by Crazy 8 Bag Company. I've had these bags for a while, and it's time to go ahead and get the review done. So let's go ahead and break these bags down. We'll start with the slow side material, and this is a pretty popular material. It's that Surefire slow side. Same side Lucky uses on the Surefire. It's a 5-speed material. I call both sides material 5, the Surefire side, the reverse side as well. I call both a 5. I'd say this is the slower of the two sides, so it's a slower 5. It's really hard to pinpoint. Maybe this is a 4.7, 4.8. The other side's like a 5.2, 5. I don't know, but they're both about a 5-speed. This is just a little bit slower than the other side. So 5-speed. It's very controllable. It's a very popular material because it is versatile. You can play a lot of different style of games with it. The big knock on it is the humidity, as we all know. Boards get sticky, damp, humidity. This material just comes to it almost becomes unplayable in those conditions. But on dry boards, normal speed, fast speed boards, it plays phenomenally well. So 5-speed slow side. Fast side, this is that Pro Sniper, Deadhead, Viper fast side. 9-speed material, crazy fast, slides at the boarding conditions. Great for pushing and collecting and bullying bags out of the way. So we're having a 9-speed bag on this. Template-wise, this is the regular template. Now, Crazy 8 has two different templates. They have a regular template and they have a large template. The large template bags are marked with an LG on the bag somewhere. But this is the regular template. So this is kind of a medium template bag, kind of right in that sweet spot. The LG is a little bit larger, a little bit floppier bag. For those who like a little more flop, you might want to check out the LG. But most of you seem to message me always looking for more of a fuller feeling bag. So that's why I went with the regular template on this, which it does have some flop to it, but as you can see, it's still got some, it's got quite a amount of fill on both sides here. So it's got a little bit of flop. It's not crazy floppy. It really has a nice hand feel to it because you've got enough fill you can really grab a hold of. It's a mixed fill in here. There's a little bit of a mix, there's beads as well as some flat fill in here, it seems like. I don't know what else is mixed in there. It's a nice mixed feel. I really like the way the fill feels, because you've kind of got that nice fluid smooth hand feel from the flat fill on it. But I feel like that those beads there make it a little bit more hole friendly. Like it wants to kind of slide in the hole a little more because of those beads fill. So I really like the fill. I love a mixed fill. It's kind of my favorite fill. So I really like the fill that Crazy 8 used in this. Let's go ahead and jump into playability on this. And as I mentioned, it's a very versatile bag. This slow side material, Surefire material, is popular because you can play. It has control with it, a ton of control with it, and you can play a bunch of different style games with it. So you can definitely go hole for hole with it. I would say it's better hole for hole on faster boards, right? It tends to play a little bit more, a little drippier around the hole, a little more hole friendly on those faster boards. And I talk about this material a ton. And then I always say there's 3 negatives to this. And one's the humidity, right? Humid conditions, that moisture really causes this bag to stick up and really become almost unplayable, impossible to push, doesn't really slide. So it's not great for humid conditions. The other thing is that this material, it tends to want to kick on you. So if you don't have a flat bag, right, if you have a little bit of a tilt, one or the other, the bag's going to want to grab, it's going to want to kick a little bit. Now, because it has a little bit of a mixed fill, it doesn't kick as much as an all beat fill, but it does still have some kick to it. However, it is a controllable kick, as I mentioned a lot about this material. And that means if you're consistent with your tilt, whichever way it is, you can play that kick. If you're consistent with your tilt, it's going to kick pretty much the same every time. You can adjust, move your lanes on over, and you can play it. The kick also means the bag is very cuttable. Like this is a bag that you can really throw a cut shot with. You can shape shots with it. It's really nice. I love this bag for kind of playing this little bit of a get around, a little bit of cut. You got a blocker up there and you just kind of want to sneak around. You can come in, throw a cut shot, kind of sneak around, spin right around it and dump this bag in. So I love this bag for playing that more of that kind of sneak around, get around type game. The third thing I would say is this material does have a tendency to hang on the hole. And this is probably my biggest issue with material. And if you watch these videos, you're going to see I had a fair amount of bags that will get up there and just hang and not fall in, a little hard to collect. And in all fairness, I'm throwing open boards by myself. So even if my first bag hangs, there's only 3 bags coming after it. When you're playing against competition, there's twice as many bags coming, and the more bags going through, there's a better chance the bag's going to fall. The bags are not impossible to collect, right? So if I have a bag hanging, I just had to be more aggressive with it. I had to either come in with an airmail drag and try to really take it in, come over and try to step out of on my side. If it was on the opposite side, throw a cut shot, come across, catch it, and pull it in. They're very collectible because they're full, and these being the regular templates, they're not as floppy. You clip a corner, they're going to take them in. So if you got a bag hanging on the side, the front for sure pushable. The side you can come through, and just as long as you clip, you'll take it. Now, if you've got a bag hanging, especially if I had a bag hanging on the opposite side, it just throwing a bag in, bag after bag after bag, wasn't going to pull it in. So you have to be a little more intentional, a little more aggressive to go after to collect these bags. They are collectible. they will go in. So I hesitate to say they hang on the hole, but they do. And it's not the bag as much as the material. I will say this mixed fill in here, the little bit of bead addition to this makes it a little more hole friendly than say an all 100% flat fill bag would be. So that does help some. Faster boards, I mentioned all the time, faster boards, it doesn't hang as much because, and part of the problem is because you have a 5-speed material, slower 5-speed, the 5-speed, the control you get from that is because of the friction it has and how it wants to stick and grab the board. And so when it gets around the hole, by nature, a stickier bag, a little more friction, doesn't want to just slide in. That's why your faster speeds tend to drip in more, your slower speeds to hang more. It's just, it's that friction between the board and the material. And the more friction you have, the more control you have, the slower the speed, but the less like it is for that bag to drip in. So just keep that in mind. And I don't want to knock the bag for that. As long as you know that, you can play it, you can work with it. When you got bags hanging, you know, the more aggressive to go after. But because the material is very controllable, very cuttable, you can easily throw a cut shot, grab a bag and take it in. I didn't have any problem with these bags bunching or clogging the hole. Even though they're fuller bags, they seem to want to go in. Once I clipped them, they would go in. So all in all, I really did enjoy throwing this bag. And the other thing I'll mention too is the versatility, is being able to play blocks. Like because this bag has that control, you can throw blockers on the board, put your blockers where you want, and this being the regular template, being fuller, very, like I said, very collectible. Clip a corner, take it in. The LG templates, the large templates, they may be a little bit harder because typically the larger, floppier bags want to accordion up more. So some of those, I haven't thrown an LG Fatal, so I can't speak for sure. I had another model from Crazy 8 that had the LG template to it, and I did find collecting, they wanted to accordion up and get around more. So these you can definitely clip, take in. But like I said, again, for me, this type of bag, I'm not playing as much of a dirty style game. I'll throw a blocker from time to time here and there, maybe a third bag blocker, around here or there. But most time, this is a bag I'm just kind of putting bags in the hole. And if my opponent throws blockers, I'm cutting around, sneaking around, whatever I got to do to get around them and letting them collect it. This is not really a bag for me that I want to play a dirty style game. If I play a dirty style game, I'll get like the Crazy 8 Dominator to review that. I absolutely love that bag. To me, that Viking carpet of that is really more of a dirty style type bag than what this Fatal is. But all in all, I love the Fatal. I love the way it feels. It has an awesome hand feel to it. I love the way it plays. I love the control you got with it. And then this fast side, plenty fast. You can flip it over and just push through anything, collect multiple bags. You can collect it. It does a great job. You're pushing through 2 or 3 bags up there. You can definitely do it. So all in all, I highly recommend the Fatal. I think if you like that 5-9 speed range, it's very similar to a Deadhead, except the Deadhead uses the other size material. Other than that, it's very similar. And the Deadhead is 100% flat fill, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think that the Deadhead doesn't have any mixed fill in it. But it's very similar in material speed-wise to that bag. If you're looking for, if you like the Surefire, but maybe you want a little bit faster, fast side, maybe you're having a hard time collecting with that, just a touch faster, fast side, then that's what this Fatal's for. Check them out. Which leads me to availability. Crazy 8 does, right now, all their bags are through their Facebook page. I'll put a link description for that. Now, they have a website. It's not up and running yet, but it looks like they're working on a website. So at some point, maybe by the time you watch this review, the website may be up and running, and then you can purchase bags through there. I'm not sure. But as of right now, as of recording, their bags are only available through their Facebook page. They run right around $88 for a bag. That's shipped to you all in. Sometimes they run some sales. Sometimes they have releases that are a little, special releases that'll run like $98. But you're looking at about $88 shipped, which is a great price, phenomenal price. High quality bags. I highly recommend at that price. These bags are not stamped. They're not ACL or ACO stamped. Although Crazy 8 does have some ACO stamp bags. I don't believe the Fatal is one of their ACO stamp bags yet. Now, I don't know about the new season coming up, what models are going to be ACO stamped. I didn't check on that. But as of right now, as of this recording, the Fatals are not ACO stamped. But if you don't need a stamp on the bags, I recommend checking them out. I really like them. I had a blast throwing them. You can see I put a lot of bags in the hole with them. They're very fun to throw. So check them out. If you've thrown them, I'd love your feedback on what you like or don't like, whatever. I always love to hear your guys' opinion on these bags. So I thank you so much for support, and I thank you for watching.